The views, comments, and opinions of the following program do not necessarily reflect those of Morris Media Studios, MorrisMediaLive.com, or its affiliates. Listener discretion is advised.
Missy Show. Missy Show. Missy Show. Questions, interviews, gossip, current news, movie, TV, radio. Here we go. Hey, you see Missy K. Hey, deep Missy K. Her beauty and passion. Talk music, passion. Loose lips, red cup, love Joe. She's always on Facebook, Instagram. Taking calls on the telephone. Sexy if you say so. It's the Missy K Show.
Yes, it starts to madness.
Honey, I'm home. Hey, everybody, welcome to the Missy K's Loose Lip Show. I'm your girl, Missy K.
Yes.
And over here, we got
Lady D's.
Hey, Mama, how you doing?
I'm great.
You miss me?
Yeah, I did.
You know it's on, right? I cannot wait.
That's what I'm afraid of.
We have our guest, Mr. Omar McGee.
Yes.
You know, say hi.
Yeah.
You can say hello.
Yeah, I know. If I do the introduction to you.
You ain't new to this. And over here we got Lala Young.
I got my little Michael Jackson gloves on.
Is that what that is? What the hell?
But you know what? Because I was really cold, but I got my fingers out.
Those your Twitter fingers?
Yes.
So, Omar McGee is no stranger to Missy K's Loose Lip Show.
Right.
Not at all.
But in case you forgot how this goes down, we got Lady D's over here. Mm-hmm. She does Kissable Nights. We're going to talk about some relationship, dating stuff. Cool. You know, I'm going to do all that. Yes. Then over here, we got Lala Young.
Yes.
She's going to talk about what's on everyone's lips. That's all the news, entertainment, gossip, all the stuff we really don't care about. We're going to talk about it anyway. And Haley B's not here. And that's usually Get Lipped with Haley B. Yes. But since she's not here, you got me. The hostess with the mostest.
Exactly.
The B-oss.
The Bios.
All right. So, Lala, you know what's on everyone's lips?
Shut it down.
Shut it down. Hey. So it's forever shut.
Forever.
Forever.
Valentine's Day is tomorrow, guys.
Whatever.
It's for guys to.
What's love got to do with it?
To come on. You full of love in the air?
No.
Every day.
Is it?
Yeah.
No, not always. Not if you work all day, every day, you can't. But we not. Hey, y'all better make sure y'all take care of y'all ladies and y'all fellas.
Lord help us.
Yes. Anyway.
Omar, are you expecting something for Valentine's Day?
Oh, no.
Really?
No, I do all the giving on Valentine's Day.
Oh, my goodness. Okay.
Yeah, I got to wait on birthday and Christmas.
All the giving.
Valentine's Day every day, I can't.
All the giving. That means she can be a pillow princess and everything?
Yeah.
I'm just saying. With it.
I had to get all. I was in Michigan. I was like, nah, I got to get back.
Wow, that's serious.
Yeah, no, it's totally serious. My wife for real about that.
That's cool.
Hey, what's up?
How long have you been married?
8 years.
8 years. So that's good.
That's right. Okay. We still setting standards.
Let's go.
All right, black
Ain't
women.
nothing wrong with it. Yeah. Let's move it along. We're going to start with a Gucci, not Gucci Man, but the clothing line Gucci. They had a sweater that resembles blackface.
Mm-hmm. It kind of looked like yours right now.
You see the lips? You see the lips? You see the lips? But in the 1800s, it actually wasn't really anything to laugh about because they were actually making fun of blacks, period. Mm-hmm. White people would do it and show us looking like just clowns,
yeah.
either eating watermelon or just
Jigaboo.
exactly. So it definitely was nothing that you should be laughing at.
So you know that Katy Perry came out with a shoe.
She had some shoes,
and it was the same
situation thing.
I think it's a set. I think they just rock them together.
The sweater's like $680, but that wasn't even like the first thing. They've been, I think, either major clothing lines tried to do certain little things they see that they can get out there and sneak past everyone.
So you do think they were trying to be offensive?
Yeah, definitely.
Do you think
they
so,
know
Omar?
what it is.
Yeah, so it all happened at the same time from different
Yes.
brands. So it had to be.
What would you
The memo was
release
sent
it?
out.
I'm just
Exactly.
asking. Why are you looking at me like that, Lady D's?
Go ahead.
I don't give a whether they're trying to be or not. I'm very offended.
Of
Okay.
course.
This first time I've seen this crap. I'm like, what the?
Oh, wow.
I can't even tell you what I want to say right now.
Prada has something.
Pastor Lewis, close your ears.
Yep, Prada
Prada
had
has
a
the
little
noose.
the noose, and also
Yeah.
With the noose on it.
yes, and also there was a keychain that was actually the little man that had blackface.
Oh,
so
wow.
they know.
They just getting loose with it, huh?
They
Yeah,
know,
they
but
feel
you know what? I'm not even.
synchronized.
So do you think, okay, I'm thinking that it's more brand endorsement driven than anything. Because then it puts their, especially Katy Perry's, you know, you should know. And don't nobody even know that Katy Perry got a line out. So I think that it was a marketing
Shock
move.
factor.
That's what I mean.
Well, Gucci is shocking because Virgil.
Gucci's shocking.
Yes.
Katy Perry
Black.
marketing.
Then you have Diaper Dan, black over there.
Exactly.
You have a lot
Right.
of black people that's in powerful positions at Gucci. So I'm very surprised that that got past them. Yeah, we got to check them big time.
Well, even if check them. It's going to be down the line where they try to do something else. They really don't care on our thoughts because you have like Mayweather that just went in there the day after and spent $200,000. They don't care. They want to wear the brand. They have the money, and that's what they're going to do.
You know, they're going to keep doing it until we start acting like the PETA people.
Absolutely.
Man.
You wear that,
Right.
and guess what? There
Right.
are consequences for you being seen on the street with that on.
Exactly.
Like when they was throwing paint on people's
yeah.
mink
Oh,
coats.
yes.
Yeah, you need to know their consequences.
Omar, how do you
crazy.
feel about Mayweather's shopping spree?
I was disappointed. I'm a huge Mayweather fan. Like I really go to bat for Mayweather. Even
As crazy as it
as
is.
crazy as he is, I go to bat for him. That one, I was just like, dude, come on now, it's time to grow up. Man.
But he's
Yeah.
never stood for us. Like,
I mean,
like that's not something
we
that
have
he
to-
does.
It's you know, he has an all black cast, all black promotion company. He does things that's just not as professional as
He
we like.
never deals with politics or race issues.
Well, it's
All
good that he
deals
doesn't.
about
It's good he doesn't.
Right.
Like everybody shouldn't deal with
Everybody's not
politics. I don't think
literally
his voice should be the
Yeah.
one
True.
exactly
that
all. But
reflects
all he
us.
talks about
Know
is
your
spending
lane.
money and having money. So
Yeah.
it didn't shock me that he went in there. You know, you saw 50 burn a shirt. But you already bought it.
Right.
This is not any, like I said, it's nothing new. They've been feeling this way about us.
Yeah.
You'll have someone go in there that they probably don't even know. Even Oprah went shopping. And they was like, no, we're not going to sell to you.
Wow.
And then she left, but then there was another rapper, oh, you don't want me to buy anything from you, or you think I don't have the money? And then he spent all his money in the store.
Just
Right.
to prove something
So
to
what
them.
are you trying to
prove
prove?
something.
So now you just bought themselves, so they're a little bit richer, but they still
Right.
don't like you.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
what's the point?
It's tough. I mean, we're all guilty of it because I'm not going to sit here and say I don't have Gucci and things, and I'm looking at my clothes today like, am I going to really burn this?
No, you're not.
No.
You're not,
no,
right?
okay.
So
Right.
that's
You're
my
not.
point. Like, so we're all kind of
Right.
in. Yeah, I just.
I think Louis Vuitton, don't you think about it. You better not try
That's the
it.
only one that we were
Does
talking
that
about
mean you
today.
gonna burn your
I'm not
Louis?
burning my purses. I'm not burning my purses.
Me and my wife had that
Hey,
discussion this morning. Like,
calm
what do
down,
we do?
coach.
Like, are we going to wear it anymore? Like,
Wow.
I have no idea. I won't buy it anymore. But
Right.
Well, it's more than just stop buying Gucci, because there's a lot of people who don't like us that we put our money in. So you would have to stop doing a lot of things.
yeah, I think hip hop is a powerful tool. I mean, look what Chris Style with Jay-Z did, and he just went straight down.
Oh,
So
yes.
we just have to start flexing our power. Like, we have to
Definitely.
stick together. I mean,
Absolutely.
Mayweather
That's the key
is not
right
a,
there.
a voice that people follow. If
Right.
JB or Obama, Michelle, those are
Right.
the voices that
Yeah.
really makes the impact anyway. So
Because
Sorry.
Mayweather ain't going to take, nobody takes him seriously.
yeah, nobody's taking him serious unless he boxing.
Well, yeah, they're making their comments.
They used to him doing stupid stuff.
Exactly.
What else we got?
So we have Senator Kamala Harris.
My Howard sister. I'm so excited about this. Kamala Harris.
Kamala.
Oh my
Kamala
God!
Harris.
Tell me,
Her name is Kamala
Okay,
Harris.
so she's running for president. So,
Yes.
and I guess she was on the Breakfast Club,
Yeah.
and she was talking about when she was in college, how she was smoking weed.
Yeah,
She inhaled.
Hold up, pause. Hold up, time out. Time out.
I don't smoke, so I don't know. Hey,
So it wasn't kayak, guys. Look at
that was
everybody.
Kamala?
It wasn't kayak. It wasn't kayak.
Are you serious?
This is what she.
Oh my!
Inside joke. It wasn't
We
kayak.
were all asking each other, you know who Kayak
Are
Harris
you
is?
guys serious?
She was online looking for the person.
what did you know? Okay, I must have missed.
Oh my God!
Lala.
We got a problem.
Oh,
We have a problem.
you got to reopen that school.
I'm gonna be like, nah.
Right.
And I'm gonna be like, nah. I have no idea who Kayak is.
Wait, did I say that?
Yes.
I was at work and I was trying to hurry up and get it done.
I asked everybody
funny.
for their topics for today.
That's funny.
Lala sends a message saying Kayak Harris. I'm asking everybody, like, who is Kayak
I never
Harris?
got a chance. I was rushing. I'm sorry.
That's
so I was
funny.
talking about the senator.
That's one for the
and
bush.
Yes,
Voila.
she was also listening to rap music, Tupac and Biggie.
Okay.
I know what you're about
But they
to
were
hit us with.
saying,
I know what you're about to hit
you
us with.
knew.
Yeah, I know.
They were saying when she was listening to it, they didn't even have an album out. So either she was lying so she can get a black vote.
I'm going to just go with my Howard sister and say that she's highly educated and like in her later years, you know, she's going to grad school. She's a lawyer. So 93. She
Late
probably
bloomer.
was.
But my thing is, she was high. Who would?
Yeah, who knows? When you high, you mess the numbers up, right?
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think though, she may be like one of the top as far as the presidents
So
for
far she
them
is.
to bring this up and keep talking about because it's on everybody's timeline and they're
quick,
talking about
quick
it.
note: 2 years ago when she was running for Senate,
Right.
the Howard community, Isaiah Washington, Anthony Anderson, myself, all the Howard heads, we all got together and raised a lot of money for her. And we about to do it again.
Right.
It's about to be bigger.
Absolutely.
We about
Well,
to
that's
get everybody together and we about to rock out
Absolutely.
again. So we're going for $10 million for
Good.
That's what's up.
Well, then let me ask you this question because although we hear now because she went on the Breakfast Club about her smoking weed, which a lot of people did say they did. Bernie, Clinton,
Obama said
Obama
cocaine.
said-
Yeah, get it out there so nobody can hold that over your head.
Exactly. But another thing that they're trying to hold over her head, which she's saying she's trying to do, prison inform, that she put a lot of black men in jail.
Yeah.
One of the comments that she said, though, in her interview was, okay, well, they were murderers, rapists, and stuff like that. They should be in jail just
No,
because
she's a
they're black.
prosecutor.
Right.
Exactly.
That's her job. You know what? But it makes me angry because
Right.
people always
Yeah,
want to focus
exactly.
at black. The bottom line
Right.
is you're not doing the crime, we're not having this conversation.
Absolutely.
Right.
I bet you if one of those was committed a crime against your relative or against
Right.
you,
You
you would
wanna be
want her
in
to
jail.
prosecute that
Right.
boy, please.
But
what
at the same
prosecutors
time,
do.
her prison reform is untouched. Like she reformed more prisoners than anybody else.
Okay,
So
Yeah, I heard that too.
let's talk
They
about the other
don't,
side as well.
and that's why I wanted to talk about her because that's some of the things they're not talking about.
And nobody's talking about the fact that she was one of the 3 people who got the lynching to be a hate crime.
Exactly.
passed
Which was in
the Senate.
December.
Yes.
In December that we
Exactly.
talked about. Yes.
And she sued the housing company for $1 billion. So.
Exactly.
Good. Okay.
And I'm
She got
biased.
a
I'm gonna
lot
ride with
on
my
the
Howard
ball.
sister
Of
all
course
day.
you
you
are.
know,
No, she got a lot going on.
She's good.
Yeah, she's
And
good.
those
good.
are the
And
things
she's
that
beautiful.
we, yes.
And she
but-
is.
She is.
Yeah,
Yes.
She really is.
Yeah.
But actually, those are the things that we do need to be talking about because
Yes.
it's going to come around really fast. And if you don't know who you're going to vote for, then we could be having that guy in there again.
Well, she's
You
making
know?
sure that you know who she is because she's
Absolutely.
everywhere.
But
and
one
that's
thing we
good.
have to do, if you agree or you don't agree, let's not tear Cory Booker or her down.
Right.
Exactly.
Right. And
Like if
that's
you
what
don't
we're
vote
definitely
for it,
trying to
just
do.
step out the way and don't
Right.
say anything bad if you're not going to say anything good because at the
Exactly.
end of the
We're
day,
really
we can't
bad
fight
for
each
that.
other. That's what we
Definitely.
can't
We
do.
always
Definitely.
do that.
I've heard
That's
of
one
it.
of the things I hate the most about us as a people.
Yeah.
True
Right.
story. What's our question of the day so we can get up out of here?
Oh, okay. Goodness gracious.
Yeah.
Question of the day because it is Valentine's Day tomorrow. Valentine, not Valentine like the time, but the Valentine's. What was
Was
your
that an
words?
English lesson?
It was, sorry.
I know it's
Now she want to take us to school.
Yes, because I messed up.
Yeah,
Let me correct my
kayak.
stuff. What was the worst Valentine's Day that you've had? Ever had? Let's start with you, E. Come on.
Okay, quick story. Let me see. I was in high school, and I was dating this guy, and I spent my money to buy him a Valentine's Day gift, and I was going through passing periods. No, I was going to the bathroom, and I looked beyond the quad, and he was like booed up with some other girl.
Jesus.
On Valentine's Day.
Would you smash it?
I think I gave it away.
Aww.
I gave it away to somebody.
Mama. Lady D.
I don't celebrate Valentine's Day.
Oh.
You don't suppose
Ever?
to.
Never?
No, I'm saying no, because any guy who's with me understands that if you're not showing me that kind of attention all year round, then don't wait to Valentine's Day because I'm not going to appreciate it.
Right,
Yeah, I don't get away with that one. I wish I could get away with
Yeah,
that.
because that's something you should be doing anyway.
All the time. Right, definitely.
You know, not just wait until that day and then all you want to pour it all in. No, I can't respect that.
Right.
That's just me.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
I can care less.
You got something?
Bad?
Bad?
Well, nah.
No?
I mean, I ain't really start taking people that serious until my wife, but I'm making up for it now.
Have you ever been a Valentine's Day jerk?
Say that one more time.
Have you ever been a Valentine's Day jerk?
You know what? I don't. I think I have. I just
Apparently.
yeah. I'm quite sure I have. Yeah.
If he didn't start taking it seriously until he got with his wife, yes.
At least you're honest.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, I'm gonna break up with you before Valentine's Day. I'm not childish.
Yeah,
stuff.
definitely did. Christmas too.
Wow.
Yeah, high school. Yeah.
We're gonna take a break.
No question
Take
about
a
it.
We're
break
taking
now.
a break, but before we go to the break, this is your girl Lala. You can catch me on Missy K Loose Lips Show on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Up next, our break and our beautiful Lady D's Kissable Nights and Dating After 50. She ain't dating no more. She in a full-fledged relationship.
We'll be back.
Kissable nights.
I'm so frustrated. The hold on me that you have persuaded. Take control of me, boy. Now you're sneaking off with God who knows our love was hot, but now it's cold. Yet I stick around for far too long. Your mistakes are getting old. I am getting tired. Your love has expired. All these twisted mind games. Who's to blame? Is it me or you or us or you? Ba-da-ba-da-ba. I said ba-da-ba-da-ba. Ba-da-da. Ba-da-ba-da-ba. I'm giving up now. Oh, I need a break from the one I crave. Give me the time I forgot to breathe, but now I'm back. You lost your act and you strayed away. Some things don't change. Oh, you took my arm, then you gave me less. Was that your best? Should I be impressed? No, we pick and choose, and sometimes we lose. I fell for you, and now I'm blue. Cause you've been sneaking off with God knows the love was hot. Now it's cold, yet I stick around for far too long. Your mistakes are getting old. I am getting tired. Your love has expired. All these twisted mind games. Who's to blame?
Back to the Missy K's Loose Lip Show. I'm your girl, Missy K, and I'm here with my girls.
Yes.
And my friend Omar over here. Again, welcome back.
Thank you. Anytime. I love this show.
We're about to get into some kissable nights. Now, I'm going to need you to interact with us. And not sit over there, being all quiet, acting like a little schoolboy.
I'm
You know what I'm saying?
I'm the only man on this panel, so I've definitely got to
Hold your own.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, let's get it, Lady D.
Good evening. Let me just say that I'm glad you're married because that's going to help me.
Cool.
A lot. That helps a lot. But there are many of us who are in what appears to be dead-end relationships.
Okay.
Some people stay in these type of relationships because they're comfortable. Some people are afraid to start over. Whatever the case may be. But if you're in a stale relationship and you guys are still able to communicate, there's hope for you.
There's hope.
that's if it's stale. You know, like you get crackers or potato chips, and when they're fresh, they're crisp and they get that crunch. But then when they get just a little stale, they get they're not necessarily not edible, but
I'm gonna throw them away anyway.
Eventually, right?
Yeah.
But then you get some things that's like when you get potato chips when they're real stale, like they become rancid. They're like foul,
like a Cheeto puff.
You know, the kind you chew, you don't check it out, you put it in your mouth, and you take it forever to get that taste out your mouth. Your teeth, you need to brush your teeth. That's bad. That's
so we're talking about rancid relationships right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's when but you need to take care before it gets to that point.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. So some of us are in relationships and we don't do anything to maintain the relationship.
Right.
Okay.
We get too comfortable and that's the days go with each other. You know, we stop going out, we stop dating, we stop communicating, we stop laughing with each other.
Yeah.
We just stop having fun. Next thing you know, we look at each other and we can't even stand the sight of each other.
It ain't me. I said mute.
I was just wondering what it was. So, and for those of you who don't know what rancid means, it just simply means having an unpleasant smell or taste, usually from chemical change or decomposition. And distinctly unpleasant and distasteful. That's all. That's, you know. And when your relationship gets to that point, that's when it gets really ugly.
Okay.
You know?
How do I know my relationship is there?
If you don't know, though, I can't call.
You're not trying to go home. You sit in the car.
Because, like you said, I'm comfortable.
I mean, when
I'm comfortable, so I'm not really tripping. You know, what may appear to be rancid to you may not be rancid to me. It just means that we've met our comfort zone and we're just comfortable with where we are. You know.
And maybe that's the problem because you guys are comfortable. I don't think anybody should get so comfortable in a relationship that you think that person won't.
I think the problem comes in is when one or the other feels like, okay, you may feel comfortable where you are, but the other person does not.
Okay.
That's what creates the dissension.
Okay.
Because, you know, when relationships get stale, you're bored with each other, you're snapping at each other, you really don't want to be around each other, you know, you get pissed off at the least little thing. You know, you don't want to sleep with your man and he don't want to be bothered with you either. You know, you dread him coming home instead of him walking home to a smile. He's walking home like, you know, seriously, you just stop doing what it takes to maintain a healthy relationship. Okay. So some of the things that I thought when you look at no, I don't want to do that. That was goofy.
To you.
The first thing is like when your husband or your wife goes to work and comes home and you're there to greet them, the first thing is so simple is to be able to greet them with a smile.
Right.
And not act like you regret them coming home. Like
I feel mine's up.
You feel what up? What do you feel up?
Baby, I miss you.
Oh, you fill up his love cup as soon as he walks in the door?
Oh, his love cup. I'm like, you feel what up?
Everything.
Okay, that's too much information.
I'm going to leave it alone because you know me and my loose lips. I'm like way over yonder with it. So I'm going to be quiet.
So before I say anything, give me this. What do you, because being that you're married, Omar. Okay, so what do you do what do you and your wife do to keep your relationship fresh and enjoyable?
We have fun. We know each other's weaknesses and strength. Like, for instance, if I come home, when I come home, we got a rule, just give me 30 minutes to wind down.
Okay. That's cool.
Don't jump on me.
Yes.
And then you have to understand, too, that we all come from dysfunction. All of us. You know, especially in the black culture, it's always something wrong, you know what I'm saying? And then understanding those dysfunctions and learning each other and understanding each other's imperfections and making them perfect, you know? And just start having fun with each other. We just have fun, you know?
Yeah.
You know, everybody have problems. It's no perfect relationship.
Oh, that's true.
Every day is not going to be like the wedding, so you have to understand that part. But at the end of the day, love should get you through.
Exactly. Yeah. I tell people, you know, it's not that every relationship is going to be perfect. That you are going to have disagreements, but the key is how you disagree.
Right.
That is very important as to how far you go in this thing. You know, because if you say you love somebody, you know, and you got a problem, then you should be able to sit down and talk about it without calling each other names, without yelling and cussing at each other, all that kind of stuff. That's what you do to people in the street. That's not what you do to somebody that you say you love and care about.
Right.
But that's the most important part too. Is just like the hardest thing in the world is look in the mirror and say, okay, what am I doing wrong?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And that's the part of the dysfunction that you have to face. Like, okay, what's wrong with me?
And be able to own it with your person, so that way they'll begin to trust you more.
Yeah,
because they know that you're gonna judge yourself the same as you would judge them.
There you go.
So that kind of builds the trust, the trust level,
and make sure them imperfections are perfect for you.
Right.
Yeah,
definitely.
See?
Yeah.
But I think date nights. I think date nights are important. Okay. They're important for me.
Yes.
You can't stop dating me.
Right.
Seriously. I think that doing stuff like impromptu stuff, spontaneous things, like, babe, let's go walk in the mall, or let's just drive up the coast, or something, something fun, something different, not just the same old thing. Every week we go to the movies, or every week we go to Disney.
Hey, have you guys ever did an escape room?
Never,
I want to.
and
It's
I don't
right
want
next to
to.
my
Well,
job.
you don't
Let
want
me know
to?
when you
Nah, somebody just
I'm
died
going.
overseas.
It's right next to my
I'm
job.
going
I've been
later this
waiting.
month.
You see the movie?
Okay, I'm gonna go. Yes.
No, I want to see the movie.
I think that's a good bonding experience.
Exactly.
I really do.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I pass on that.
You don't want to go?
No.
We're going on 22nd. Come on, let's roll. Playing.
Yeah, you and the wife go. That would be fun.
Yeah.
Nah, man, I find some different things.
It's teamwork. It's not the movie.
It's
not
how you
real.
think together, working together.
You can get out eventually.
I just let you
In
tell
60
me.
minutes.
I live through you.
In 60 minutes.
I live through you.
No, Haley B's the same way. Haley B's like, you know what? I went to one before and I'm going to have nightmares. I'm like, you still going. But yeah.
My man just went to one. He went to one downtown. It's downtown, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. He was
Yeah,
telling
there
me all
was a
about
few
it.
of them.
Did you like it?
Yeah, he loved it.
Yeah.
And knock yourself out.
Yeah. But that's something different to do. That's a nice.
that is
Dope.
night-
I mean, it's
and they got them on Groupon.
But I think we're both in the relationship. Both parties have to be willing to want to keep it fresh.
Of course.
It can't just be the one person thinking of everything. Let's do this. Let's do
Yes.
that. Do you want to do this? He or she has to be the one to say, oh, let's try this.
Right.
However, sometimes it's not about being equal. Maybe one or the other is more creative and thinks more like that than the other.
That's the truth.
So you don't sit back and wait for the one who you know that's not how they
Exactly.
think.
True.
You kind of train them as you go,
Right.
and then they start to get enjoy and see what the effect it's having on the relationship, and then eventually they'll kind of ease into it and step up to it too. But you can't just take that position that I'm not going to be the only one coming up with this and doing that. That's
Well, you don't have
not the
to
way you
say
do
it, but I'm thinking sometimes it does get tiring if you're the only one that's thinking and being the creative one, even if that's not his or her thing. But like I'm saying, it just has to be equally.
It's an attitude.
sometimes if you're surprising the hell out your man, you know, that's your gratification as well.
Yeah, because you're going to benefit too.
Yeah, you benefit from the smile on his face.
Okay,
But he may be
it's
good
not
at
about
paying
me,
the
but
bills and
I
making
mean-
sure that you can do all that fun shit.
Exactly.
So you say he's going to pay all the bills while I do the fun stuff? Okay, I'm for it.
What are you talking about?
Don't worry. I just thought I heard that. I'm sorry.
that's
Okay,
true.
let's
you
go.
knew it. You knew she was going there.
He said he
saw
pays
it coming.
bills.
It's
You didn't see it
And I do the surprise, and we can do that all day
Yeah, it's
long.
perspective.
Okay, hey, I like
Thank
that.
you, because
It
she
is.
just reads stuff into everything. Stop that. What is that about you?
I was there with you this time. I was there with you.
Stop
We were on the
lying.
same
He
page.
paid.
We was there.
If he's not the creative one, and I am, and all he got to do is put the funds there, and I do the little surprise and stuff.
Yes.
I'm for that.
Ooh,
Let's
you
go.
know what
That
would be
is so
fun?
selfish.
You could put a whole bunch of like
can
different
do
stuff you
all
want to
kind of
do in a
stuff.
bowl, and then you just
Man.
pick something once a month and be like, yeah, let's do this.
I do all kind of
Like somebody did for her the other day.
Who?
You know,
Huh?
like
Wait,
well,
for me
just
or for
somebody.
her?
Somebody for
Oh,
Missy.
okay. Don't
You know,
say
on
me.
a Saturday morning, you in the house cleaning up, whatever, and somebody knocks on your door. Somebody done called the restaurant and had breakfast delivered to your door. You know what I'm saying?
High five on that
I'm
one,
telling
baby.
you, stuff like that.
For the
Or you
whole
at work
family.
and you get a big basket with all your favorite things delivered to you at work.
That's good.
I like that.
I like
That's
that.
how you keep a
Feels nice.
relationship
Yes.
fresh.
Keep her
and
surprised
fun.
on her toes. Don't get. I say.
But you got to do it for him too.
No. I agree. I just when you say comfortable, I think everyone should always feel like I need to be better. I need to do something to keep him going. The minute you feel like, oh, I'm good, I don't have to do nothing, is the minute that person is going to start doing other things.
I think you know what helps to keep that going is if you genuinely like your person.
Right.
Yes.
You can love your person but
That's
not like
true.
them. If you don't like, for whatever reason, you got to the point where you don't like them.
That's true.
Then you're not going to have any kind of desire to do that. That's why
true.
I don't fool people that I don't like.
Right. That's why I got a divorce.
If you don't like me, don't fool
because love, just love alone ain't gonna carry
me,
it.
Don't fool with me.
I love him.
Well, they may start out liking you, but then when they get see. Who you are when you're dating is different than the person. Yeah. No. It's a different person than when you get married. Because when you live with somebody, it's a whole different animal.
Yeah. I get even
so
better.
They might like you before they marry you and think they want to live with you until they get in the house with you. But I'm like, oh, good God, what have I done?
Man, I'm good. Like, seriously, I do some incredible things. Like, okay, but that's just me. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
She's a hot mess.
I do some good shit. No, excuse my French, but I just know what feels good to men. Like I really do. Like I know the man is out there at war, and when he comes home, that's supposed to be where you are at peace. And that's where my peace is because I'm out there in the war too. So,
but we asking you to share some of those things, but you don't want to share.
I do. I'm not sure
with us in this conversation.
Okay, I'm sorry.
And not talking about filling some love cup. We're gonna go whatever that means.
We're gonna go into our break.
He like when I rub on him like that.
I got her love cup.
Oh goodness. We don't got violence. You about to get your love cup thrown at you right now.
Yeah. That's a hot mess. This has been Lady D's and Not So Kissable Nights. You can find me on Facebook under Doris Jean Drew and Lady D's on Twitter and Instagram. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to go to the boss who's been missing in action. We're glad to have her back.
But I'm back up in this piece, baby.
So we're going to come back with her and our special guest, Mr. Omar. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Yes.
It's rest. Hey, the little shawty, where your head at? You gotta show me where your brain at. Hey, the little shawty, where your head at? That ain't enough, boy, where the rest at? I'ma show you how to turn a bag into a boat. I fly first class, never in a coach. Oh, hey, the little shawty, where your head at? You gotta show me where your bread at. I'm just addicted to money. I'm just addicted to flossing. I'm just addicted to bossing. You won't do work, you just watch it. Y'all just addicted to gossip. Young chick getting money, got options. I'm so in love with my dollar bill. I don't know how broke feels. Hey, the little shawty, where your head at? You gotta show me where your bread at. Hey, the little shawty, where your head at? That ain't enough, boy, where the rest at? I'ma show you how to turn a bag into a boat. I fly first class, never in a coach. Oh, hey, the little shawty, where your head at? You gotta show me where your bread at. I'm just addicted to flashy. I'm just addicted to classy. I'm just addicted to fashion. This year that new Kim Kardashian. I see you still wearing that last year. It's either credit or cash here. Red on my beat like I'm foreign. Y'all probably still rocking Jordans. Balenciaga, Louis Prada, Chanel and YSL. I pop bands to pop tags and you mad cause I'm swagging. Hey, the little shawty, where your head? Hey, the little shawty, where your head? You gotta show me where your bread at. Hey, the little shawty, where your show head? Me where your head at. That ain't enough, that ain't enough. I'ma show you how to turn a bag into a boat. I fly first class, never in a coach. Oh,
Welcome back to the Missy K's Loose Lip Show. Hope you guys enjoyed my girl Marissa Ford.
Yes.
We actually have Marissa Ford is coming up in the concert that we're doing. We're doing a showcase on March the 27th, and she's gonna be one of our performers, opening up for Miss Chalet. So
nice.
I'm really looking forward to that. That's my girl. I love her to death.
Sweetheart.
Yes, she is. So Omar, welcome back. And I'm glad to be
not so sure anymore.
I'm glad to be back. Let me tell y'all. So even though I was not here, I was behind the scenes. I had to play producer and director. And I cannot tell you, I was itching back here on some of those topics. I was like, what was that? Somebody was talking about when you lay on your back, when you're having sex and you're worried about how you look when you're having sex. I was like, oh yeah.
What's on your mind when you? What are you thinking about when you're having sex?
What's crazy? No one ever said they was thinking about someone else. They never said that.
No, I'm thinking about me. I'm self-conscious.
People do that.
Well, a lot of people do that. If they try to pretend you're somebody else, they like. I'm gonna pretend like you're Alicia Keys or somebody.
You know, it's funny to me. Somebody was talking about. They were talking about breasts. I was like, yeah, most women worry about their breasts going woo woo woo. Mine just go. Can we stand up? Doggy style. I gotta see my girls. Anyway, I miss being here. I miss you guys. It was wonderful being behind the scenes because I saw some stuff that we needed to work on, tighten some things up. So I'm back, and I guess I'm back doing interviews since Haley B's not here.
How about that?
Yes.
So Omar, when you came here before, you came as the educator. Mm-hmm. So what do you have going on these days?
I have Posh Exotic Rental Company and Dealership, which I'm very proud of. It's doing really well. Yeah, definitely doing really well. Rent out your high-end cars, exotics, Rolls Royce, Bentley, Lamborghinis.
Oh, just in time for prom. Y'all catch that?
Grammys, ESPYs, and everything else as well.
Wow,
yeah, definitely. But it's low end too. We help with financial literacy, single parent moms, people that's struggling, low credit scores. We help get into a comfortable situation to where, they won't have a crazy interest rate and they hate their car in 5 years.
Okay.
So we try to make sure.
Sweet.
That sounds like Lady D's alley. She want her. What you say? What you want? The BMW?
I want another BMW.
The Mercedes?
Man. I want another BMW.
The BMW.
Yeah.
Once you've had it.
You like my wife. She love
that BMW ain't no joke. Oh my God.
Yeah. I'm more of a Benz guy, but she loves BMWs.
So do you have people reaching out to you for proms and stuff like that, for the rental part of it?
Not proms. I'm more of like the 1%. Like our clients are, celebrities, doctors, lawyers, athletes, politicians. Some, but majority of it is Grammy weekend, Oscars.
Nice.
And they need that ride.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ours is you're not gonna really put
that's what a
kid in the cars that we have. It's
not if you got good sense anyway.
Yeah, it's a little heavy.
I wouldn't put the kid in it, but I would drive them in it.
Some people who would. It's like, come on, man.
Well, you already know. Well, y'all see how I went out for prom though. But it's Haley B. I can't take Haley B in a
BMW.
with a halogen.
We do have those cars as well. So I shouldn't say that, but kids are not renting.
Not the kids. No, the parents, and then drive them.
Yeah. The higher end.
She just rode in luxury. I just paid for it.
Yeah,
and drove it.
Yeah. What you get her?
This lady was
white convertible BMW.
Mm-hmm. Her colors were red and white, so it was white with red interior.
It was beautiful.
Nice.
Rolled out the red carpet and everything.
Oh, that's doing it big. There you go.
Yeah.
I think it was a 5 Series, was it?
I don't remember all that.
Wow.
Yeah,
I'm not a car person. So you would have to school me on, okay, this is this car, whatever.
And that's what we do. So when you come in, we give you your dream car. So everybody think that a lot of people are intimidated by the cars that we showcase, but no, we give you whatever it is. If it's the deluxe Honda Accord, we make that happen for you.
Okay.
Wow.
We
my
just
dream
make
car
sure
is
that you stick within your budget. So
that's really nice.
You want to drive a Bentley?
I would love to own one.
We take care of that for you.
How do you get into a business like that? Just getting those.
Well, I always wanted to get into the business, but when I had the school, it's like you can't pull up in a Rolls Royce and ask somebody for a donation.
Right.
It just doesn't
True.
look. It just doesn't look right. So I just kept it on hold, and then once I moved on, I went all in. I've been around cars my whole life. My father schooled me since I was a young kid. You know what I mean? So, anything I do, I try to find a way to help our culture out anyway, regardless. But that's how I got into cars. This is my passion. Kids is my purpose, and cars are my passion.
That's what's up.
I like that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, Kevin called you a serial entrepreneur.
I can make that money. I love making money. I love making money. I love spoiling my people. I love making a lot of money, and I love doing just different things, man. Like I love just being different. My wedding was on Rodeo. We shut down the mall.
That's
like,
what I'm talking about.
You know, like I love to give and put our people in a position because you just never seen that before. You know
Right.
what I
Yeah.
mean? So let's just do something totally
Beautiful.
different. You know what I mean? So anything I do, I try to make sure it's different. Like set the standard, you know.
And definitely
And just let
outside the
people
box.
know that we can do this. Like, we can do this. You know, we don't have to settle for the church.
Right.
Now let's shut off the whole mall and put a whole bunch of black people and dress in black and
That sounds sick.
Yes. Real nice.
so it's just business is nothing but doing what you love and monetizing it. That's
Right.
it. You know, people just afraid of it, but it's really easy because you're doing what you love. You just making
I'm not
money
able to because I
from it.
can't find my passion.
It's what you
To
do
me,
every day.
because what I do every day is like I like what I do. I love my work, but I don't. It's not something I'd want to branch out and do on my own.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what I've been looking for that thing
Yeah.
You know what it is?
that would drive me.
You have it, but a lot of people, I'm not just saying this you, but a lot of people think it's stupid and they're afraid to say this is what I'm going to do. Because,
Right.
Man, that sounds stupid. People not going to laugh. People going to laugh at me. People going to say this and that. Now you can't think about nothing.
Right.
Right.
You got to have fun with life. That's what you.
That's it.
That's
I can't-
true.
I mean, people going to always say something.
Right.
People going. He's selling drugs, or how he do this. He's kind of like people going to always say
Right.
something.
Right.
You're right.
Just
Lady D's is very creative. She has a very unique eye when it comes to decorating stuff. So she actually came up with an idea to decorate cigar boxes and turn them into purses. And they are beautiful.
no doubt.
But then you have to say, okay, so Lady D's, why did you stop? So it's not that you don't have it, it's just that why did you
keep
stop?
Going. You got to keep going.
Well, you know what? At the time, I was still working full time, and I was still doing a lot of stuff for the church. And it was just time became an issue. It really became an issue because you have to have time to sit down and create and do that because it's very tedious work. And I just didn't have the time. By the time I get through working on my job 9-10 hours and then going to the church for a couple of hours, there was very little time left for me to do anything. So I'm kind of cutting back now, and I'm kind of getting there. Right. And now we have a little more space where I can, create a working area.
Right.
True.
So I'm getting there. I'm getting back. And
You
I
love your job?
I do.
Okay, so
And she's good at it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So she's where she's supposed to be. If she loves what she's doing, you can't.
I have no desire to retire at all. I love my job.
I love my job. I love what I'm doing. However, at some point, I don't want to just keep making money for other people. I want to make my own.
Yeah.
My own lane. I mean, I do, but
Right.
I know what you said, but it can't always be
Exactly.
about the money. You know what I mean? The money is
Exactly.
If you dope it, what you're going to do, the money's going to be there. You take care of your
Absolutely.
business.
See, that's my thing. I expect instantaneous.
No, it's
Right.
never
I
gonna
do.
happen.
And I know that. So I watch people struggle all the time, and some people I watch them give up, and I'm like, okay, I have to be in a certain position in order to kind of branch out there where I can just like, okay, I can branch out there. I can be out there for a while, but while I'm out there, I got to put my all into it because eventually this is going to fade.
Right.
This little stash right here. So
Right.
you're forced to do something. And that's kind of where I'm trying to get where I can do that. And then like, okay, it's full force.
Right.
You have to enjoy the process. You have to enjoy the process. Like the process is because being an entrepreneur is no cheerleading squad. It got to be your love for
Yeah,
it. It's nobody
absolutely.
saying,
I
majority
give
of
you
the people
that.
going to be hating and doubting you and saying that's stupid. And
Because I like designing clothes.
Yes.
I mean, so it's.
yeah, I mean, you just got to do it. It's just that easy. I mean, think about this, right? If you put in 8 hours for the man, you telling me you can't put in 15 for yourself. It's impossible for you not to make money if you put in 15 hours a day for yourself. It's impossible.
Right.
The math just doesn't
You put in
add up.
8 hours on somebody else's vision,
Yeah.
and how much on your own.
But see, what happens is people are like, I'm going to quit my job and I'm going to make this happen. But
Yeah.
they go home and they watch TV for about 2
Yeah,
hours.
Right.
And they sit down.
Right.
And then they say, I'm going to get it tomorrow. And see, it just doesn't work that way. Because
Absolutely.
you wouldn't do that if you were at your job.
Right.
Right. So if you keep those same principles, it's impossible.
Right.
Like, I
You
don't
give
fear
him
anything.
from 9 to 5. Give yourself from 7 to 9.
Yeah, you keep them same disciplines.
Exactly.
You're good. It's impossible for you to fail. It's impossible. If you put that work in,
I'm
it's
listening.
impossible.
I'm taking it in.
I guarantee it.
You working on them purses?
I am. I mean,
Yeah.
and you know, and the sad part about that is, and she saw a friend of mine used to own like a cigar shop, and he passed away, but he gave me a box of so many beautiful, different variety of boxes. So it's like beautiful stuff, different, really exotic shapes and stuff. So
You still have it?
Oh yeah.
But see, now you have a different connection because we have a connection with LA Lounge over in LA, and
you know
they
I own
have
a cigar
cigar
lounge.
boxes. Now you have your supplies are back.
You know I own a cigar lounge, right?
Really?
Yeah, and a cigar line. We'll talk about that later, though.
Okay. Yeah, we need to talk.
See, look, more empty boxes.
Wait a minute. I need to talk too. Oh, okay, go.
That's-
I just get it out.
We're
I
gonna
guess.
take a break, and when we come back, we're gonna get into more of the interview with Omar and find out how we can get our own posh cars,
Yes.
posh luxury cars.
Let's get this done.
Right?
Awesome.
All right, let's go into our
All
break.
the good and roses.
Who can love me like make me feel like a real man should? Got my back like hold me down when shit gets tight. Fill my cup like find my ways till my water runs dry. Could you be It felt like such a dream when I first saw her. The kind of girl that you first like to call her. Cause the vision be so stuck in your head that you couldn't get no sleep that night. Ever since that day I look towards heaven. Cause I know that this girl is my blessing. Been down for me whenever I need her. She was more than I could ever run. And love me like make me feel like a real man. Ride or die like her I trust. I got my interest on light my fire like make me feel like a southern girl. Could you be Can't nobody love me quite the way she do. The way she put it down, y'all don't have a clue. Intelligent with a lot of style and grace. Not just the big old booty with a pretty face. She classy, don't harass me. And by Louise all on her own. I call her enemy, and I ain't got a man. Who can love me like make me feel like a real man? Ride or die like in her I trust. I got my interest on light my fire like make me feel like a southern girl. Can I handle all this rampant pleasure? Mixed with whatever. When she talk to me, she sounds so sweet and sexy. This what she said to me.
Could you be that sexy? Come on, boy, and check me. Break it up, nice and slow. Baby, I'm
And that's music to my ears. Cause I love my enemy. I got my interest on light the fire like make me feel like a southern girl. Could you be
Welcome back to the Missy K's Loose Lip Show. We rocking our Black Storm t-shirts.
I am Black History.
Yes.
Yes, I am.
I am for real.
Yeah.
Definitely. It's not just February with all of this other stuff going on in the month. It's every day. So since they wanted me to start, because I'm like the entrepreneur.
Big time.
Big time. But you know what? I have like multiple things that I do. Multiple things. And I was told from one person who doesn't, do their own, they do the 9 to 5, that you're doing too much. You need to concentrate on one thing. But then I'm looking at all the millionaires say you need different sources of income coming in.
But you also have to remember that you have to be great at one thing. So
Right.
like if you look at Jay-Z, he's a great rapper. At the end of the day, without rap, he wouldn't have been nothing.
Right.
So he perfected that.
And make room for more.
And then he can sit back now and just pick.
Right.
So you have to be great at something first.
Right.
So Posh is going to start as the best car company, right? And whatever you're growing into is that first.
Okay.
I'm not doing, like, I don't let nothing pull me back. So when y'all asked me earlier, like, what about this and what about, no, I ain't doing none of that. It's all about it's all about the cars, right?
Yes, it's a focus.
And then I'll venture out once that's accomplished. And, yeah.
But when you're doing the different companies, because you went from one thing that was totally different than what you're doing now, which are the charter school that was focusing in on the kids and their education, and now you're just doing just the cars. The transition from one thing to the next, was it hard? Was it money that you needed? Did you have to look for investors? What was that mindset?
It's always hard, but it's not hard because it's fun, because this is what we want to do, right? It's like a girl asked me yesterday, like, oh my God, everybody's at the school clothes, and what you gonna do, and how you feel, and people saying this, and what did you do? I said, I pulled up in a Rolls Royce. That's what I did.
Right.
I kept it moving. Like, nothing gonna stop me. Like that's like I did that for them. I lost some money doing that. Like that was coming from my heart.
Right.
Now I'm a beast. I can be who I am. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you just have fun with life and just do it. You just do what you love and make money from it. Just don't do it for the money. You got to love what you do, because people can see it. Like anything, if you look at anybody that's great, Steven Spielberg is great at movies. He's just a billionaire.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying? I mean, he made Jaws. I mean,
right.
He produced Star Wars, right? Color Purple. Like, the dude is a beast, man. So I just study greatness. I don't care where it's from. I don't care what color it is. I want to know.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But let me ask you a question. So since you had such a heart for the kids.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, so now that's gone. I know you're focused.
It's not gone. Don't say it's gone. I still have my
No, what I'm saying, I don't mean your heart. I mean the school.
The physical.
Okay, got you. Okay.
And you're more focused on the cars. Cars.
Yeah.
So, but because you had such a passion for the kids, how are you going to channel that now?
Well, like I said, it's so many kids that need the financial literacy still when it comes to buying cars. And like, I always stop people like, no, you can't afford that. Like, let's build your credit.
Right.
Understand these interest rates. Understand the down payment.
Right.
Get this for now, and let's grow into this.
Nice.
But the average person that sell cars will say, no, I will get you in this BMW and put them in a crazy loan.
Yes.
Right,
5
definitely.
years, a crazy interest rate.
Right.
The car breaking down. They're frustrated. They hating themselves because they can't get out of it. And, and they do something stupid like an insurance fraud later on and get a felony. Like, I don't want to put people in those positions.
Right.
So let's educate them from the gate. And again, that's what I mean. Anything that you do, you can provide some type of education. And, I always have a soft spot for my people.
That's
Absolutely.
awesome.
Yeah.
So we have Posh Luxury. So how do people find you now? Are you in a hard location? You have
No, we deliver
online.
I don't let nobody know where those cars are.
Okay.
So yes, you can go to www.poshluxuryimports.com, and our Instagram is the same, Posh Luxury Imports, and my Facebook as well. And you can call us, and we'll set up a meeting, and we'll sit down with you and find out what you want, what you can get responsibly.
Okay.
And and we just give you the car of your dreams and make sure you're in a safe situation financially.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. And we can design your car. Like people come with the latest Benz. We find out what color your seats you want. We got relationships with the manufacturers. So it's just a really cool situation.
Oh, wow,
and we pull it up to your job. And when you come out, like, oh, this is it. Sign the papers. It's done. Like, we make it very simple.
Okay,
we make it easy for you. You just make the call. We do the work.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
Definitely.
I know where I'm getting my next BMW from. I am getting another BMW.
And pull it right back. And then we help you with your credit too. We have a whole team to say, no, listen, just wait 4 or 5 more weeks and we'll get your credit right. And so you get a better interest rate. And make sure you're strong.
Nice.
That's the most important part.
It is.
Yeah.
And that makes sense. I like that.
I find out that credit thing ain't no joke, though.
Credit is the most
It is like,
important thing
it's
ever
like
in
up
life.
and down. It's like,
Like
if somebody, the wind blows, it's like,
Yeah, you have to understand it. It's
It
the
is.
most important thing
I
in the
didn't
world.
I didn't think I had done anything, and all of a sudden I went on I got a notice, right? And I went on like, what? My credit had dropped a whole 104 points. I was like,
Using credit cards.
no, but it wasn't. I don't know. I still didn't figure out why. It started
Only
inching
'cause
back
you
up,
just-
but I don't know why.
Just moved their
No, you
credit
always-
inquiry.
Well, if you have an
That's
increase, if
crazy.
you
Yes.
say if you have $700 credit card and you use 600 of it, immediately it'll go down. Especially when
the
it's getting
main
ready to report.
reason.
Right.
You could have just did
Yep.
it. If it reports on the 28th
That's
and
the
you
main
used
reason.
it on that day,
Yep.
Yeah.
it'll stay going up as long
Should
as
never
you
use 30%. of
You
your
need an
credit card.
education
No more
just to
than-
monitor your
Yes.
credit.
I had
You
to,
need to
man.
know what
You
you
do.
you
You
need
should
to
put
know
the
what
alerts
you're
on your
doing.
phone. Like your alert
Well, I
will
do
alert you.
now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, we have
Man.
Kevin
I have
Nelson
experience
coming to
in
teach that
Credit
class
Karma.
at our church.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
a
credit
lot of
is,
people
credit
need
is
it.
very
Yeah.
important. Credit
and
is
it's
very
a
important.
credit
people don't
score and a
understand
FICO
it.
score, and they look at different variables when you're dealing
And see,
with
when
the
you
credit
get
man.
when you get your business, right? So when
Yes.
you get your business, you get business credit cards, right? And you can spend them all the way down to zero, and it doesn't even affect your credit.
Exactly.
Wow. See, that's the kind of stuff I need to
So
learn.
you take all your personal stuff, don't
Yeah.
get rid of it, hold it for a rainy day. But
Right.
when you create your business, develop business
Exactly.
credit lines.
Okay.
And then you
Right.
can move freely and don't think about anything. Just
I think I was telling you about that. Remember about the
Yeah, you did.
I've been learning
we go.
so much. Like seriously,
There's
it's
so many tricks to
it's
it.
so many, and it's
Yeah.
the sad thing. Not really sad, because I had to learn it when I'm in my 40s, really 40s, and my 30s. I was becoming responsible. If you're not responsible, everything's going to be messed up. I don't
True.
care how much money you have.
Yeah.
So now it's like now I'm having to teach my children. You first got to be responsible. If
Right.
you're responsible, then you can do these things. I need to see how you move, because there's a lot of things that I can do for my kids' credit that they don't have to do, and it would jump high.
Right.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to do it if you're not responsible.
Right.
So it's
So you guys can like add your kids to your credit cards.
exactly.
Right?
That's what
And
I'm saying.
That
But
will boost them up and get
Right.
them
they
a little
gonna mess
strength.
it up with other things.
No, don't you definitely
No,
do that.
I have Haley added to mine. She just can't use them. She
Yeah,
has
yeah,
one
there
that
you
she
go.
can use with permission.
Right.
Yeah.
And then the other ones, she's just a writer on my
I
credit
always
card.
tell people, when your kids show you who they are, believe them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta believe them. Like, look, I know they're your kids, but
Give Haley any money, she thinks she balling out of control. We going to kill a shrimp.
Yes.
That's my girl right there. You know what's up.
Sweetheart. That's my
I don't
baby,
get
man.
these kids. It's like, oh God.
Yes.
She spoiled them.
Let
Now
me
she
tell
wanna-
you
now
the
she want
stuff
to break
that-
them down.
No, I'm trying to teach them. Like, this is the stuff. I
Start
as
early.
kids, I can spoil them.
Yes.
And then when they get to high school is when I try to train them. Because now I have to train them to be adults. That's where I am with all three of them. Well, that fourth one, that Brittany, I love that one. Right. She is such less a headache than the rest of them.
Man.
But yeah, now I'm trying to mold them and teach them some things. You know,
Right.
they just don't listen very well, especially now.
But
Haley,
you don't- but
however,
you should
Haley
start
did
it
surprise
somewhere.
me this week. She surprised me.
Okay. Yeah, they
I
cross.
told her one thing, and then the next day she was on it like white on rice. I was like, all right.
Yeah, sometimes it clicks. You know, it just takes a time. It just
Yeah.
And girls are way faster than we are anyway. So you know, y'all get a purse
My
before we get a
son think
wallet.
the money grow on trees. I'm like, please hurry up and get a job, graduate, do something.
Something.
He just like,
Yeah, you got to make it hard on them boys though. Can't
Yeah.
make it easy. The mothers
No,
make it
no.
easy on them boys. Make sure you keep it hard on them boys because life is gonna be hard. So
Yeah.
get them ready for it. The worst mistake women make with boys is when boys leave home, they think the whole world is going to treat them like their mom, and when they don't, they go into shell shock. Not you. I'm just saying in general.
No, I try to teach my son that that's not gonna happen.
I'm
At
like, get
all.
it together now.
Yeah, that's a good. Like, yeah, make it rough on them boys.
I'm
Don't
like,
make
let
it
me
easy.
tell you about reality.
Make it rough.
Man.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Omar, thank you for coming on to the
No,
show.
Anytime.
Pleasure.
Yes.
Anytime. No doubt.
So, are you gonna do any?
Are
you gonna do any? Or have you already had like a grand opening? Are you gonna do any launch parties?
What are we
doing?
A dope grand opening. I don't know the time yet, but I'm building a warehouse that's so amazing. It's gonna be like a museum where all the cars and you get. I don't even really want to say it, but it's gonna be amazing.
As long as I get an invitation,
yeah. A lot of our celebrity clients are gonna be involved. It's gonna be dope.
Nice.
Dope. So yeah,
awesome.
I'm working with Kevin with some things as well.
Cool.
So yeah, it's gonna be y'all gonna be pumped about that.
Definitely keep us posted. Lala, tell everybody where to find us.
You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, _Loose Lips Show. And I always say there is a group. Like, we're so really good in this group. All we talk about is sex. Oh, yes.
You're so nasty. I swear you are.
Hey, I'm telling you, you need it in your life.
I can have it in my life, but
dang. Man, you learn a lot
Tell
of
us
things.
real quick, tell us one of the topics that's trending in the group right now.
I don't have a minute there. Oh, wait a minute. No, because I was busy misspelling Kamila's name wrong. Jesus, what was it? Oh my goodness.
Anyway, I put her on the spot.
Sorry. I know it was about
Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you follow us everywhere. Missy K's Loose Lips Show. Thank you, the poetess, Miss OG Poetess. This is her house. Her house.
Yes.
Morris Media. You guys need a home. Come through. Kevin Nelson, our executive producer. NVIN, our media producer. We love you guys. Thank you.
Guys.
I holla. 2 fingers in the biscuit.
Missy K Show. Missy K Show. Missy